Greetings, queens and kings, if you stopping by. Welcome back to my channel. It's your sis Kathy Yvette coming to you with another Country Wayne skit from these Country Wayne streets. Looks like Dave and Amber are meeting back up. He tells her that Anthony is meeting from operating from a place
I get the pleasure of seeing you twice.
Hey, let's get into it.
As always.
Thank you. So what was the rush to come to lunch? I mean, we just saw each other a few hours ago. What business do we have to take care of?
I wanted to see you again.
Oh.
Nah, but your energy was a little off earlier though. Wanted to make sure you was okay.
Just checking on me.
Checking on me. Well,
Super sweet of you, Dave. Thank you. I appreciate that. It's nice to feel like someone has your well-being in mind. And I just happen to need somebody to talk to today, actually. No, I don't want to.
I felt that.
Yeah.
What's going on?
I don't know. I feel weird. I don't want to pillow talk about my marriage. But I'm so frustrated, and I feel like, I don't know. I feel like I have nobody right now, to be honest.
No. Well, you have somebody. I'm here.
Thank you.
Since when do you hold back from pillow talking, Amber? Girl, you love to run that mouth. We always tell you about stop running that mouth. Telling this man everything. Now, I don't know if Dave has any ulterior motive. If he coming from a good, sincere place, trying to give you good advice, want to be a listener because he truly cares about you as a person. He feel your spirit. You're a godly woman. Hopefully, he coming from a good spot and, not trying to cross the lines, especially not until after this divorce. But, because we really don't know a lot about Dave, but he's presenting himself, good so far. Kind of that early in the morning, behind her, rubbing, showing her how to do squats or whatever. That's suspect. But Amber was the one sitting up there making the choice now to come there, with the nice, sexy, dim light mood of the gym in his house. But that's another story for another time. We already went over that. But yeah. Should she continue to divulge more information to this man, or let it be and deal with it on your own? And what is he gonna tell her? Dave tells Amber that Anthony is, just operating out of pain. So looks like he's trying to give her good advice, or at least get her to see Anthony's point of view. So let's get in here.
Now we got done working out, went home and showered and changed my clothes. And my husband decides to tell me that maybe he should have stayed with the woman that is causing a lot of the issues that we've had in our marriage. And it was like somebody just punching me in the gut. Like, you think that's what I need to hear right now?
So
like, you think that's gonna make me not want to divorce you? You saying something like that? Like,
right.
Why do you stoop so low?
That's nasty work.
It is.
It is.
For sure.
It is. Like, all the things that you've put me through, you want to say something like that to me. It was crazy.
Sometimes people say the cruelest things when they feel like they're losing control.
Yeah. I can see that. And then, of course, he wants to apologize afterwards. I don't want to hear an apology.
Not after that.
Not after that? Like,
Not after that.
You said what you said. Say it from your chest.
Yeah.
It's just crazy, like, to have a person who's supposed to be your number one protector, who made vows to protect you and love you and safeguard your heart, be the one that's trying to tear it down. Because you already tore it down once, and now you want to tear it down with your words. It's crazy to me. It's hurtful.
Yeah, but
I wonder why a man who seemed like he's so well put together, good looking, sharp businessman, why is he single? How long has he been single? What happened in his last relationship? What is he looking for? Because everything that Amber's saying, mind you, is intel for him. Sometimes you do all of this talking and the person is listening. they not doing as much talking about their personal life. They not giving all the information. You giving all the information. So now this is intel for them. Not saying this is Dave's, but you could be talking to a man who possibly you may have interest in. Let's say if it was somebody that you newly trying to get to know, dating. You doing all this talking and they're not getting anything. You basically telling them everything they need to hear so they can represent that to you. Not saying that that's who they are, but they will represent everything that they hear you saying you want or need for a certain extent until they get you and then flip that switch. So sometimes you gotta like shut up for a little bit, Amber. And that's for any of us out there. Sometimes we talk so much we get caught, and the person makes us feel comfortable. That's what they want to do. But sometimes we need to listen more than we talk, and not say so much, especially early on.
Again, he's speaking from a place of pain. And
So you don't think he means it? You think he's just angry?
I mean, even if he did mean it, it ain't true. You know, like I said, he's coming from a place of bitterness and pain. And he's trying to use words to cut you, to make you feel what he's feeling.
Yeah, I guess I can see that. I just feel like, as I said earlier, I'm just tired and I don't want to keep doing this back and forth. And if you feel like you should have stayed with her, then just go be with her. Like, that's it. Let me be Frankie.
Hurt people don't suddenly become truth tellers. I'll tell you that. You know? And that's why he don't want to be free. Obviously, he's still fighting. But
That's true.
those words don't define you, though. Whatever he's saying, you know who you are.
And that's the hard part. It's like this divorce is bringing out an ugly side in both of us. And I hate that. I don't want to be this ugly person.
That's what divorce will do.
I always said divorce is like a death.
It is.
It really is.
It's a death.
That's real talk.
It really is.
It's both sides grieving.
Yep.
You know, family fighting, some ugly things being said. It's just,
You know what is grieving right now?
what's that?
My stomach.
Well, that's why I invited you. That's why I invited you. Waiting for the waitress to come out.
You want to eat now with Amber too? Listen, it's true. Divorce is death. You do feel like death. Even though I was going through a renewal of my spirit, feel like I was getting back in a good place, there was still a part of me that was sad. Felt like I was losing someone, felt like I betrayed God. Very painful. Nasty things were said to me, real hurtful. But you got to take it as, people go through their own, as they're grieving, as they're losing out on something, being placed in a different situation. You don't see it then, but everyone responds differently. And it may take a while to heal from that pain. That's why I don't recommend anybody jumping from one relationship to the next so soon. Some take years. I took years to myself, focused on my children because they was young when I got divorced, and on me and my aspirations and what I want to do as a single person. And now I'm just, after many years, still wanting to, just feeling comfortable to want to share my life with someone. But I knew God had to work on things with me. And I know there was things that I needed to do just for myself. Some people have never been alone, just with them. Whether it's with your children or, boyfriends and, fiancé and husbands or wife. Never really had time to love themselves, reflect on yourselves, go out there and do things for yourself without anyone else for a while. So even as I'm single now still, looking to retire next year, it'll be the first time I'm going to move away and just focus on me, live by myself for a while, and just be free. I've never not lived with someone. you know, as children, we be by ourselves. Never not lived alone. Been, you know, you grow up young, you know, 21, had my first child. I was, you know, home with someone. Then, you know, moved for a little bit with my oldest son's father. Then came back at the end of my pregnancy. Came back to my parents. Had my child, and shortly thereafter I broke up with him. We were just not on the same wavelength. Different goals in life, you know. I was starting to grow up then, you know, because we were together in our teens. And so you know, back with my parents and a child. Then a couple years later, I got my own place again, and you know, I'm living with a child. Then met my ex-husband, married, 2 more children, and then divorced, still got those children. And so now we're starting to branch off. And they supposed to be moving out this summer, but then, you know, so they say. But I know for sure, once I move out of state, I will be alone. And that will be something new for me. Never ever having to live by myself in my 50s. That's something, right? So sometimes you have to do that and have that time to get to know yourself. I say that to say, you got to recover from that death of a divorce. Don't jump so quickly into something else, because you're bringing that grief and that situation and what you went through, that unhealed spirit, into something new, and that person doesn't deserve that. They need a better healed you. And just make that time for yourself. So that is so true. Let me know what you think about that, fam. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Peace.